never met your persona. And I don't think you've ever met mine. We always had like really real conversations, which is what I wanted for today, right?
I heard you talk a lot of shit.
About what?
Just shit about life back, you know, I used to...
I always talk shit.
I used to meet up with you and you would be like, this motherfucker. Like, I was one of your people you vented through about, because as you were dancing and you were coming out of a marriage and you were like conquering LA life, you were new to the area and you was like, you just figuring it out. You tough ass New York motherfucker just figuring it out.
I did vent a lot with you, and there was two people that I could always talk to about certain things, and it was you and it was Ice-T. Both have pimp personas. Never saw either one of those personas in actuality, and because we always had different kinds of relationships. I'm
never
sure.
seen me pimping. I gotta take you out one night.
I don't want to see you pimping.
I'm gonna remind you of some pimp short shit.
What? Oh no.
You jumped in the car with me one night. And this girl kept yelling, I want to suck your fucking dick.
Wait, I remember.
Like,
wait.
calm down.
Wait, was I in the back? I was in the back?
I think she just kept yelling at, I want to suck your fucking dick.
She was drunk as hell. we were in LA, right? And what happened? Did she suck your dick?
No,
you don't remember?
We didn't do it in the car.
No?
Let's just leave the story at that.
I remember. She was drunk as shit.
The mysteries of life.
The mysteries of the women who just want to suck your dick, like super bad.
Well, you know what? I'm to not get off the subject. So now there's a whole new generation of this shit. And I have to say, like, my player motivation came from like the 70s. Like just seeing those cool ass characters in the movies, and actually when I was a kid in the streets of LA and moving up to Oakland, you just see those characters, and I was like, I want to be that fucking cool. And they would have more than one girlfriend. They would have like chicks in the car, and I'm like, that pimp shit just really was fly to me. That Cadillac shit with the girls sitting in the back seat, that shit was always just fly to me. I don't know why. And you know, so I put it in the music, and now we've got a new generation who grew up on that shit. And you got okay, look, this is how another theory too. So if you go to all these youngsters right now, they'll say, man, I get that shit from Too Short. I ain't fucking with Too Short on that. Too Short is my mama shit, my daddy shit. But the trickle down is a motherfucker, because when I started in this shit talking about I'm a player, short dog, pimp, doing this with my hoe, it was nobody saying that shit. Ice-T would venture into it and then get back to the gangster shit. He was like a gangster / pimp in his songs, in his persona. Snoop came along, he was doing it, but Snoop was influenced by Too Short. And then you got the T.I.'s, the Outkast, the UGKs, MJG, 8-Ball, all these motherfuckers grew up on Too Short. So Too Short didn't influence you to be that way, but I influenced all those guys. How many guys did those guys influence? Right. That's all the trickle down. And I'm just saying, like, you know, I talked to a dude like Scarface, he'd be like, man, short dog, man. You know, he'd be telling me that, look what you did.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
In a proud way.
Right.
But at the same time, I think that the whole art imitating life cycle that goes around and around and around, I think it's just a little bit, you can't expect it to be what you wanted to be. You were around some motherfuckers like Ice-T who really knew that game.
Yeah, he gave it to me.
So when you see the next generation, which the generation before us, before me, I'm older than you, was saying we were doing it wrong. So you gotta kind of look at them and go, you ain't doing it right, young whippersnapper, whatever, you know what I mean? But in essence, they're creating their own world. And what I was trying to say is I'm actually proud to see the young homies, the ones that's out there having money. You want to have a little fun for a while. You know, maybe you may settle down. You may be an old player like Too Short one day. I don't know, but not even laughing, just being serious. But, you know, I see cats who real players that go, man, fuck this shit out here, and just really like get a chick, and whether they miss the old life or they love the new life, they do it. And I didn't do it, but I'm just saying, I'm just proud of my young homies out there having fun, getting money. And I really feel like when you look at a guy like me and you say, you did it, whatever, I don't think you know the part about how good I used to make the chicks feel. Well, used to. How good you make them feel when it's just you and them, when you really hanging around them. that shit you do on a record, that shit out fun, grabbing asses, tits, and talking shit, that's cool. But now really, bottom line is, you know, a woman would have a really good experience. She spent the weekend with me, spent the night with me, spent months with me, spent 2 years with me. It'd be a good fucking trip, either way.
Right, so what I'm hearing is that, and this is the part about the Too Short persona versus the Todd Shaw person, is that with all the liberation in your lyrics over the last, how many years has it been, 30 years?
30 years of rapping, yeah. 30 years of making records. I've been rapping way longer than that shit.
So in the last 30 years of your professional rapping, all of the misogynistic, we call it, lyrics, I've never encountered that persona, and I've always had a really good time with you. And I know a lot of people like that who, what they put out to the public is entertainment, and it is a persona. And then when you see them in person, when you know them in person, it's completely different. And then so as a woman, and being around you guys for so long, I mean, I've been around since I was 15 years old. And so I would always get, this is the thing, women get judged based on your persona. So like if I fucked 1 million male men, nobody would give a shit. You fuck like 5 rappers, you're the biggest hoe in the fucking world. Because your persona makes people feel like if you're with a woman, you're dogging her out. You're treating her like shit. You're not a gentleman.
So let's just do this
you're
one
like,
thing. Let's keep this clear right
busting
here.
nuts in her ear. Like, that's not what's
The
happening.
stuff we're going on about the rudeness in the clubs and, you know, just the rules of what makes a man a hoe, a woman a hoe. Yeah. This shit is not urban. This is not black. This is not ethnic. This shit is just across the board.
I agree.
You know, white boys in the club right now talking about, let me get some head, bitch. It's going down.
Honestly, so, I know that it exists, but it doesn't exist for me in that world. So I've never had a white person say something, or a non-urban or a non-black person say something really rude to me.
One other thing too, these words that we're sitting here calling rude are in a lot of cases, if you deliver it properly with the right tone of voice.
So the word bitch is not rude if
that
you say
whole
it.
statement, bitch suck my dick, is like,
so
if that's like a term of endearment. If I say
so
it to
if a nigga's like, bitch, suck my dick, bitch, then it feels better?
Nope, it doesn't feel better. I'm like, what make it feel better? Oh my God.
The dick makes it feel better.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm talking to you and something fucking arouses me and my dick starts getting really thick and I put your hand on my dick, we're at a club in public and go, I just want you to suck it. That usually has a pretty good reaction.
For Too Short, I'm sure. The average person, probably not.
No, it's the dick, it's not the person. It's the dick.
No, it is the person.
I said you got to deliver it right, though. It's not that it's a celebrity or a ball.
The average dude puts a girl's hand on his dick in the club and said, I think you should suck it. He's getting walloped the fuck up.
I told my homie one night, he really didn't have the touch on how to get girls. And he was buying a lot of pussy, and I was like, you gotta stop this.
Stop buying pussy,
and he was like, I can't, because I don't know how to get chicks like you. So I said, what do you want?
I feel like we should start a GoFundMe for your friend.
Just want to fuck him, right? I said, just go up to him and tell him. He's like, that shit ain't gonna work. I said, just do it.
Okay.
And this shit worked.
Too Short school. We should just start a college, an academy, the Short Academy.
I'm just trying to say that what this shit evolved to is something that's working. It's and I just was watching what the you know, what's that show, The Preachers or something, and they, you know, they're sitting there saying we gotta take these little girls and get them off that acceptance of that.
That's what I'm saying, is that it's working for guys and it's not working for women. And so now we have, you know, the people who were influenced, like you said, may not be exactly by you, but they're influenced by the people who were influenced by you. How about what?
Women are smarter than men across the board.
Absolutely.
And why can't y'all just figure this shit out? You gotta, you know.
I'm trying to teach them, Short.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's like,
I'm doing my best, but it's a lot of women. I don't have a lot of time.
I'm rooting for the women, so, you know, I kind of want you to either, if you don't just balance it, I wouldn't really mind if the females could figure out a way to kind of make the human race like it should have been from the start, where the women like sit up on the throne and rule the shit, and the men use the muscle to kind of hold down the race, and then instead of men beating each other up all the time, we could just do what the women say do. And then
that works for me in my house.
And then we wouldn't fucking destroy the earth.
It works in my house.
It works at your house.
I run all the shit at my house.
We could just breed, which we just like to fuck, right?
What do you think about the whole situation?
Man,
my point of view, man, I really feel like they tried to paint a bad picture on my brother and tried to make him look like he was a hater. It was some envy, jealousy type shit, you know what I'm saying? And actuality, you know what I'm saying? Bro been having this shit, man. He been in the condo.
I got my hat on and I had my Coke bottles up under my hat. And I'm sitting at the dinner table like an asshole with the hat on, knowing she gonna tell me to take it off. And I'm just sitting there just gulping down, you know, in my zone. She said, take that goddamn hat off at the dinner table. I'm like, come on, Mom. Coke everywhere.